everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Today we're talking about stress and sleep, and I want to share with you some tangible things that we can integrate into our day-to-day to support our body in response to stress and in response to difficulties with sleeping. Now, on Monday, I talked about some of the mindset, some of the things that we have learned and that we can also unlearn. So if you haven't, check out Monday. And I think that information kind of layers with what we're going to talk about today. So what I want to share for today and what my intention is to go over essential oil routines, supplement routines, and also awareness on why we might be having difficulty with sleeping. And I actually want to start there. So one of the things that I was introduced to when I got into the world of wellness is I'm going to share my screen so you can see, that's not how I want to share it. Hold on. Let's get this the way that I want it to show up. Okay, here we go. So this is in Chinese medicine, there is this concept that we have an organ clock. And I don't know all of the ins and outs of this, but what I do know is when I have disrupted sleep patterns, I go to this organ clock and look up the time that I have disrupted sleep. So you'll see in here, if you were waking up consistently at 4 a.m., and you look on this, 4 a.m. links to lungs. So then my awareness would be, okay, I need to do some additional supports with my lungs. Now, if there's not a physical symptom showing up, remember in the emotion code chart that we were going over, maybe there's something emotional that's showing up. And so that's just a great way to gain awareness of what it is that our body is trying to signal to us. So I love this. Sometimes it's liver, like let's say for me anyway, when I drink alcohol at 2 a.m., I'm wide awake, full of anxiety. That is very much how that shows up for me. So if you look on here at 2 a.m., it's the liver. Well, the liver's probably in a detox mode, trying to get rid of that alcohol or whatever it is. So that would be, okay, time to do additional supports for my liver. So our body will whisper until it needs to yell. And this is such an amazing and handy tool to deepen our understanding of what the whisper might be. So just a tool that you can add in your toolbox, Chinese organ clock. You can check it out, play around with it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about in regards to sleep. So if you're finding that there is a consistent time that is disrupted, go to the Chinese organ clock. Now, we were talking on Monday about some of the mindsets and the beliefs that can create stress. And I want to talk about different essential oil patterns that we can, or essential oil routines that we can add into our day-to-day in order to help with that stress and difficulties with sleeping. So the first thing, and I think I'm probably going to end up talking about lifelong vitality in just about every video that I do, because I'm that passionate that it makes a difference in so many different areas of our life. So lifelong vitality, if you don't know, I am very passionate about using doTERRA essential oils. doTERRA is a wellness company. They have amazing products that are very high quality. And I believe that when we are on pursuit of raising the energy in our body, we need the highest quality fuel to put into our body. So if you have not introduced yourself to the world of doTERRA, allow me to take your hand and bring you into the most magical thing that can happen to you with regards to your wellness. So doTERRA has something called Lifelong Vitality Pack, and it's a vitamin pack. It comes in 3 parts. There's a whole food vitamin, there is an omega, and there is a cellular repair, and they work synergistically together to support the body. I cannot count how many times people have said, wow, once I started taking Lifelong Vitality, it really made a difference in my stress response. So that would be a great, easy, simple routine that can be added in that makes a huge difference. A probiotic is another one, because if we have the good bacteria in our digestive system, our gut and our brain talk to each other. And so if we can support our gut, we can support our brain. So Lifelong Vitality Pack, with a probiotic, get the key foundations going and flowing freely in the body. Then additional things that you can do, the adaptive for me. Okay, so adaptive is another additional supplement that doTERRA has that has GABA in it, and it really, and essential oils as well. It really helps with slowing down the mental chatter and getting the body out of that stress state. So daily routine would be wake up in the morning, have the Lifelong Vitality Pack, have the probiotic, take an adaptive or two. Sometimes I'll take two. And then fast forward through the day, I'm going to talk about essential oils that you could be using throughout the day. And then before bed, if you're wanting to support with a restful night's sleep, get the diffuser going, and taking Serenity Restful capsules and also copaiba really helps with allowing the body to unwind and go to sleep. So those are things that you can do on an internal standpoint to support the body with stress and sleep. So again, just to recap, morning, Lifelong Vitality, PB Assist, adaptive, use essential oils that we're going to talk about throughout the day for emotional support. And then at nighttime, get the diffuser going with the oils that we're going to talk about in just a second, and take the other part of the Lifelong Vitality, because you split it up so you can absorb it better. Take the other part of the Lifelong Vitality, the Serenity and the copaiba, and that will help get your body into that state of relaxation. As far as essential oils, when you're experiencing stress, my 3 favorites are Serenity, Balance, and Adaptive. You can do a lot with those 3 oils. Adaptive is a uplifting and calming, happy juice. Works really well. Balance puts the body in a state of emotional homeostasis, and Serenity really is a great calming oil. So you can use those together. You can combine Balance and Serenity if you're feeling super stressed. You can combine Balance and Adaptive, or all 3 of them. So those work really, really well. And then some other oils, if you're wanting to focus on stress, it really depends on that limiting belief. Remember, we were talking about that on Monday. What is the limiting belief, or what is the belief that's showing up? If it's the victim role, you're going to want to get some clove into your life. If it's the rescuer role, it's probably trying to, so we show up in a rescuer if we're trying to prevent someone else from the victim because we have an unhealed victim. So there could be some need there to support some heartbreak or some hurt. So rose oil would be a great one for that. And then if we're in persecutor, that might just be some anger. So some liver support. So maybe Zendocrine would be an oil that you can help the body out with that. Now, if you're an empath, so for me, my stress is elevated if I'm around a lot of other people experiencing big emotions. So if that's the case, when you go to bed, you can use something like lemongrass or cilantro. Those help to release any emotions that you're holding on to, and they're just great emotional cleansing oils. Before bed, you could also put in something like Serenity or Balance in the diffuser. Vetiver, cedarwood, you have calming oils that come from flowers, and you also have calming oils that come from trees. So if you're not super drawn to any of the florals like jasmine, magnolia, lavender, rose, you might be drawn to more of the trees like cedarwood or Douglas fir. Vetiver is another one, not really a tree, but those have more of that earthy nature smell to them, and those for some people create that emotional response. Now you can mix and match. That's why Serenity is so nice, because it has trees over on this side, trees and flowers together, which is nice. Balance is more of the trees. So, and Adaptive has citruses and all sorts of goodness in there. So it just is a matter of playing around a little bit, but throughout the day, using oils and recognizing, ooh, I'm experiencing stress right now. What oils can I go grab to support my body? Another one that shows up for people a lot of times is the need to control. So wintergreen is a great one if you're needing to release the control. If you find yourself trying to control things, which is creating additional stress in the body. So just different routines. But again, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the adaptive soft gels, the Serenity, and the copaiba can make such a big difference by just a split second. Take your supplements. So those would definitely be a great starting point or continuing point if you're already doing that. All right. If you want to connect with me more, follow me on Instagram at Your Life Fuel. You can also send me an email, Katrina@YourLifeFuel, or check out the website, www.yourlifefuel.com. And there is a library of information available to you. All right. Have a good day, everybody.